Hi folks, Aaron Gustafson, Transcend Bodywork Myofascial Therapy. I just wanted to say a couple of things about our changing perceptions of how our bodies work. We're all noticing the Olympic athletes that look like they've been attacked by an octopus or a giant squid using a technique called myofascial decompression technique, using suction cups to help free superficial fascia or connective tissue from the deeper structures. Again, lifting the outside tissue and the superficial fascia while the athlete creates a movement pattern, freeing the underlying fascia and deeper layers from any restrictions that might be present on the surface. It's neat to see how our perceptions of our bodies change over time. 60 years ago, nobody was thinking about fascia at the Olympics. Here is a 1962 October issue of Life magazine all about the human body. And the most profound thing here is I want us to see, this is the old cable pulley lever model. Muscles, cables that work the bones. Our body is surrounded and infused with connective tissue. When anatomists were dissecting bodies in the past, they used to throw the fascia out of the way. They thought of it as the packing peanuts. With advancing science, and this is Advanced Myofascial Techniques by my mentor, Till Luca, and we can look at some of these images and see how our thoughts about connective tissue and the way our muscles work is changing. Fascia is this clear fibrous network, a web that infuses your whole body. And we now think about the different layers of connective tissue as they surround our structures. And we now are not thinking just about cables and pulleys, but we're thinking about the network that encases these tissues. So the way that we think about our body holding together and moving has changed and evolved from a mechanistic model of cables, pulleys, and levers to one of an interconnected network, community that shares mutual connections, infusing muscles, surrounding bones. Instead of thinking of my bicep as simply a cable that attaches my elbow to my shoulder and helps me move one or the other, fascial science is showing us that the fascia and the tendon of our muscle, it doesn't just connect to bone. 30% of its connections are to other fascia and other tendons and ligaments and the fibrous network of connective tissue throughout our body. Our fascia has as many nerve endings in it as the retina of our eyes. And instead of that old cable and pulley, what I like to think of is a bunch of people holding onto a parachute and each controlling their own part to control the tension and the movement across that sheet. Muscles, instead of thinking them as a machine, they're more like an individual. Our body is a community made up of all of these individual members that have many jobs to do. They aren't just holding one sheet or parachute, they're holding many. And often pain comes because they're stuck between the rock and the hard place of how to anchor one sheet while create movement in the other. Teaching your individual muscles or your community members that hold your fascial sheets and webbing new ways of holding and coordinating your fascia is an extremely effective way to create pain relief, ease, and efficiency. Olympians are benefiting, you should too. Thanks for listening. Like Transcend Bodywork on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and stay tuned.